In this video, I'm going to show you a method where you can help small businesses and make money as well. And so this is going to be a win-win method. We're actually going to be helping people out and making a decent amount of money. And the beautiful thing about this method is that you do not need a website, you don't need a landing page, you do not need to buy traffic. So this method is 100% free. We're only going to be using 100% free tools. And this method is absolutely perfect for beginners as well as somebody who is a little bit more advanced. Okay, so let's get into the method. And so I've been reading the news, and if you've been reading the news as well, you're going to see that, the current situation, a lot of small businesses are struggling to pay rent, right? There's a lot of things changing, and there's, businesses that are failing, businesses that are making money. There's an opportunity right now. And so here's an article from CNN Business, and it's basically telling you that, there's tough times, there's businesses failing, people are filing for unemployment benefits, etc., etc. And here's another article which basically says which small businesses are most vulnerable to this whole situation that's going on. This is from McKinsey and Company, which is a very, very much respected magazine about business and marketing and things like that. And you can basically read this article here. I already read this article, and so I know exactly what they're talking about, and that is why I'm showing you this method, so that you don't need to read this article. And one area that's been affected greatly is personal training. Now, there's a couple of things you have to understand. There are actually gyms out there, actual businesses that are being affected. And then there are the trainers themselves. In this video, we're going to be talking about personal training when it comes to the individual trainers. We're not going to be talking to personal training when it comes to gyms, because that is a video I made a while back. And so this method is brand new because we are going to be targeting individuals instead of actual business owners. Okay, and these individuals are going to be starting new businesses with our help, and we are going to be making money while we're helping them. So this is an excellent method. And so here's an article from TechCrunch. It's basically personal training sessions come to ClassPass. And ClassPass is basically an app. As you can see, here's a lady. She's looking at her screen. This is an app that you can basically install on your mobile device, on your smartphone, your iPad, or maybe your laptop. And you can basically take, participate in online classes, especially gyms, trainings, things like that. And you can basically read this article. And this is huge right now, right? It basically says, of course, these personal training sessions will be virtual and follow the same UX flow as ClassPass recently introduced virtual classes, right? So there's a lot of virtual classes. And so it's going to be done using Zoom or some other tool. And so if you're familiar with Zoom, you know exactly how this works. And here's another article that I really, really like. And this is on men's health, how personal trainers are working in a pandemic, right? And so as you're well aware, especially in the United States, you have a lot of lockdowns. You have a lot of situations that are making very, very difficult these kind of professions, such as personal trainers. They simply cannot get clients because clients are staying at home and they don't want to go out, they're afraid, or they're just lockdowns, and so nobody's going to the gym. And so this is a big, big issue. And you can basically read this article as well. It's on Men's Health. You can basically Google how personal trainers are working in the pandemic from Men's Health. You're going to find it in one of the first 3 results on Google. And so you can basically read this article. And then we have another article which is basically a fitness studios are offering virtual workout classes so you can stay active at home. And this kind of brings things full circle, okay? We have various economic problems. We have various situations where a lot of professions are being disrupted and people aren't able to do business. So gyms are closing. There's lockdowns. There's no physical classes are not happening. A lot of things. I know marathons around the world have been postponed. A lot of things are being disrupted right now. And as a result, more and more people are going online. And this is something we're going to be doing. And I'm going to show you exactly the steps you need to do in order to do this. So follow the steps in exact order using the free tools that I'm about to show you. And so the goal of this method is we're going to find personal trainers, not businesses, but actual individuals, right? Which is a little bit more difficult than finding businesses. And we are going to be pitching them different ways that they can basically go out and start conducting classes using these apps, using these programs. And then there's going to be a very unique way of doing it. And so there's a lot of ways of doing it. Okay, one really good way I found is by going to this website called findyourtrainer.com, right? Personal training at home or outdoors. So I'm going to enter my zip code. And if you're not from the United States, just Google for zip codes. And as a result, you'll be able to find various zip codes in different areas, right? And so if you want to, search for personal training in Los Angeles, you need a zip code, right? One really famous one is 90210. And there's a lot of them. I think they start with 9010 or something like this. But for New York area, I know the zip code's there. And so the zip code we're going to be using, this one is for Manhattan. And this is a zip code you can use as well if you'd like. And we're going to click on find your match, right? And when you do that, it's going to ask you a bunch of questions, lose weight, and you can basically, go through this flow here. It doesn't really matter what you answer. What you want is you want to finish this questionnaire because it's going to show you a list of different trainers, right? So if I just answer afternoons, I just basically answer, and then I basically fill in my details. Now, I already did this before, and so once you do that, you should do this because you won't be able to see your matches otherwise. You're going to get a result. You're not going to get them in the email. They might send you a couple of emails later on, but you're going to be getting the results on the next page. And this is what I did. This is the results that I see. Hi, James. Here are your personalized trainer matches. These FYT trainers have been selected for you based on your profile and preferences, right? So I just basically answered a bunch of random stuff. I kind of just scanned over it because I wanted to see the results. And these are the personal trainers in Manhattan, right? Because I put a Manhattan zip code. And so you can sort them by price, number of reviews. And so if you want to book this personal trainer, let's say I want to book this first result. There's this top recommendation, it's $49 a session. If I open it, I can book it, but I can't contact them directly. I want to contact them directly because I want to, I don't want to book a personal session. I want to pitch a service that they can sign up in order to do these virtual classes, right? So I am not looking for personal training. And using this site, I can't do it, but there are other ways of doing it. There are other clever ways of doing it. And so if you open it here, you can basically train with Step. And if you click on that, it basically takes you to a screen where you have to pay. And obviously you can pay, you can meet them in person, but that's not what we're doing here, right? We want to contact them without paying, okay? And so one thing that you can do, I'm going to close this. And I found this personal trainer. This is what you can basically Google their name, okay? But not just Google. So for instance, I can copy this and I can type it in. And this is something that I did. So if you Google their name directly, you're going to see some results. Obviously, what's interesting is you basically see the first result in Find Your Trainer. So this is not what we want, because if we open this page, we won't be able to contact them directly once again, because this site wants us to basically to buy. They don't want us to contact them directly. They want us to go through the site in order to basically book a session and do everything. It's like Airbnb, right? Airbnb is not going to give you the direct details, the address, the phone number, etc. before you book the apartment. After you book it, you can see it. So this is kind of like Airbnb for trainers. But there's a better way of doing it. What you want to do is you want to basically Google them. So so we're going to try Googling them. But you do not want to Google their name. Actually, you can Google their name as well. So if I type this, you see their Facebook. So one option is to basically go on Facebook. So if I open Facebook, I want to make sure this is the same person. And you're going to have a lot of results, right? You're going to have a lot of results. And this is not an easy method, right? Facebook is not an easy method. There's a better method. What you want to do is you want to find their LinkedIn page, right? So if I type LinkedIn, I'm going to find their LinkedIn page if they are on LinkedIn. So I have here a result. I already have it open here. And as you can see, it's the same person. He's in the NYC area, eVital project manager at NYC Department of Health and Mental Hygiene, Brooklyn, New York. And so we have that match because I put a New York City zip code, and it's actually a Manhattan zip code, but they have an area where this person, even though he's in Brooklyn, it still covers the area, so it's still good enough. And so I want to do a quick match because obviously, for this name, it could be a common name, you never know, so there could be multiple matches for this person. So we're going to go back and we're going to take a look. So it looks like it's the same person, which is a good thing. And now I am on LinkedIn. You need an account on LinkedIn. It takes about 5 minutes to create it. It's absolutely free. It's very, very easy to do. So if you don't have an account on LinkedIn, make sure you create an account on LinkedIn. A lot of these methods I'm going to be showing you in the future, they take advantage of LinkedIn's extensive database. So it's a very good idea to have an account on LinkedIn. So we have this person. Now, how do we contact them, right? We can click on message, we can connect with them, but it takes a lot of time, right? Message even has a lock here. So if we click on it, let's see, if we click on it, it might not even allow us to do it. Okay, so it's basically loading. And let's see, so it's taking a long time to load. So I don't know what's happening. Yeah, so it looks like it got stuck loading this message. No problem. We don't want a message. It has that lock on it. I'm not sure how LinkedIn works, but I think they're going to limit us. There's a better way to contact them, right? What you want to do is you want to install this Chrome plugin. It's called Contact Out, okay? And this is only on Chrome or Chrome-based browsers. I'm using Chrome right now. This will also work for Opera, Brave browser, a couple of other browsers, Microsoft Edge also. But if you are not using Chrome, just use Chrome for this specific example. And this particular tool has 100,000 users. So it's a proven tool. And this is one of many tools, okay? Once you install that tool, you'll be able to browse to anyone's LinkedIn profile and get their contact information. So I basically went on their link on this person's LinkedIn page, and I click on the tool. I already have this tool. So I basically click on this, and it gives me their email. Very, very simple. Isn't this great? We have Williams Shamel, or Shamel, I don't know how to pronounce it, at yahoo.com. And now we can click and we copy it. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go to our inbox account and we're going to pitch them. But before we do that, we need to know what we're going to be pitching, right? So we've done one half of the problem. We understand the leads. We got the leads. And you will essentially do it for the rest of it. I don't think it makes much sense for me to explain to you, but maybe I'll do another lead later in the video. I'll show you another method real quick. But before you can actually pitch to them, you need to find affiliate programs. And as a result, I basically Googled for this ClassPass, which is the one we initially looked at, and they do have an affiliate program. It's using a service called Flex Offers, and so you have to sign up as a publisher. You're going to click on this, and you're going to sign up, and you're going to be accepted into this affiliate program. If you don't have a website, they do ask for a website. I always recommend having a website. It's optional. This method does not require a website, but this affiliate program, you're going to have a much better chance of being accepted with a website. So I recommend signing up for Bluehost using my link in the description and building a sample website, maybe 5 articles about a fitness niche. It's going to take you like 30 minutes to do it, and your chances of getting accepted are much higher. Like I said, this method does not require a website. You don't need a website, but you're going to have a much higher chance of being accepted into this affiliate program if you do have a website. So there could be other programs that we're going to be promoting that might not even need a website, but still a website is a good idea. And so once you're accepted into this program, you're going to go to Gmail and you're going to create a brand new Gmail account. And what you're going to do is you're going to click on Compose and you're going to copy his email. I think I already copied it, right? It's right here. And you're going to say, "Hey, William, take your personal coaching, personal training business," or is it, it's actually Shamel Williams, right? "Hey, Shamel," right? We're gonna personalize it, right? The key with this is you want to personalize it as much as possible. And this is called a business outreach, right? This is not spam. This is not even close to spam. It's business outreach. We're, contacting a person with for a possible business opportunity, right? Hey, Shamel, I noticed that you do. And then what you want to do is you want to also link an article. So for instance, you can go to one of the articles I mentioned in the beginning of the video. We have this men's health, right? Men's health, excuse me. How personal trainers are working in the pandemic. So you can basically take this article and you can show it to him. And by showing this article, it's an authoritative website. It's not like some small website. Men's Health is a huge website. You have more credibility, right? It's called social proof. You're basically showing a website that's related to his niche. Take a look at this article. As this article describes, a lot of personal trainers are doing this already. And then you can have a link to the article. And to reach out to me if you have any questions. If you have any questions or concerns. And that's it. And it really comes across as, you're trying to help. It's not like I'm selling anything. I'm trying to help because I have an article in Men's Health. I have an affiliate link. And I would recommend basically going to bit.ly and shortening that link because it's going to look really weird in an email, right? It looks fine if it's an actual hyperlink on a website, but it's going to look very, very weird in an email. And so this is one thing I recommend. So don't hesitate to reach out to me if you have any questions or concerns. Best, James. And that's it. And that's what you're going to do with one lead. Now, obviously, you're going to do this with multiple leads. And we are only using one site. We're using findyourtrainer.com. There's probably a ton of other sites that you can basically fill out the information, get names. But right now, I have a couple of names. Let's try another person. Let's try a random one. How about this one? Jose Aguirre. Let's copy that and let's go Google and see the results. And we have Facebook, we have Find Your Trainer. How about LinkedIn? And what do we have? There's a lot of profiles. Senior Manager, Capital One, Washington, D.C. metro area, Austin, Texas, right? So this is a relatively common name, it seems to me, because we have Utah, we have software engineer. Let's try New York. Let's try New York area, LinkedIn, and let's see if we find it. Senior editor, etc., etc. So let's open this and let's see what LinkedIn. Okay, this is okay. So this is New Jersey, so that's good. This is fine. And you want to take a look. So this picture, it's not, so we see him here. Let's go back to our matches. And I don't know if it's the same person, honestly. Let's open this one and compare it. And so it looks like it's a different person here, right? He does gym. So it looks like it's a different person, or maybe it's the same person. Kind of hard to tell. About Jose, he's a certified boxing coach. What about if you go into LinkedIn and you type, do you see boxing? He's a senior editor. I don't see boxing anywhere, but maybe he doesn't need to place that in LinkedIn. Let's try this. So the problem with this one, it's a very general one. You have to do a little bit more work. Now, another option that you can do is you can basically Google for their name. And instead of going to LinkedIn, you can find their Instagram and you can basically message on there. And you can also, another situation is by going to Facebook as well. And so you have a lot of options. I use LinkedIn first because it's one of the easiest ways to get somebody's email using the tool that I found. So for instance, if I try this person, right? This guy here, I basically pasted in here and I put New York, right? Because there could be multiple matches. And right away I have an Instagram, right? It's actually Smart Fitness, IB Smart Fitness, right? And if you open his Instagram, you can basically contact him there. And so here's his Instagram. You can basically DM him. He has a YouTube channel. You can hit him up and you can say, look, there's a situation. I want to show you a cool product that's going to help you to increase your revenue. So there's a lot of ways of doing it, right? There's no one specific way of doing it. Obviously, LinkedIn is great because you have that nice tool where you'll be able to find anybody's email address. But if you can't find them on LinkedIn, you want to type the name and you want to find the area. You want to type the area because a lot of these names could be very general, that there could be a lot of individuals with these names all over the country. All right, so this is the method that I wanted to show you. And the beautiful thing about this method is absolutely free traffic. Anybody can do it, 100% free tools, and it's beginner friendly because you can basically promote various programs. And ClassPass is not the only program you should promote or can promote. Just basically go into Google and you can type something like ClassPass alternatives or ClassPass versus OneFit, GymPass, MindBody. You're going to find a lot of these services, and there are new services popping up every day in regard to these virtual fitness classes, remote gyms, and things like that. All right, guys, so I'm going to be making more videos in the future with different professions, different small businesses, different ideas. And so if you enjoyed this video, leave a comment below, smash that like button, and let me know what kind of videos you want to see next. If you want to see more of these small business type videos, leave your comment below letting me know. And that is all I have for you guys for today. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Click the notification bell, and that way you do not miss a brand new method that might get quickly saturated if you watch it later on. All right, guys, so once again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.